Good morning, students. Welcome back to English class. In previous video, we have discussed about the author of the lesson, that is lesson number 5, India through the eyes of a foreigner. India through the eyes of a foreigner. The author of the lesson is Sir William Mark Tully. So we have seen the introduction of the author and we have gone through some meanings in the previous video. In this video, let us continue with the text as well as the points discussed by the author. Once again, welcome back to English class. Unit 5, India through the eyes of a foreigner. Let me take the connectivity of previous video. There is a pre-reading activity. In this short account of his experiences in India, Mark Tully tells us why he likes India and Indians very much. He gives word pictures of India's natural beauty and the beauty of India's social, religious and cultural activities. There are beautiful descriptions of the ways in which we worship the Almighty. In the end, he says, he has been accepted as a part of India. He has been accepted as a part of India. This thought makes him feel good. So let me read it again, read it further. First paragraph. I soon realized that it was not going to be difficult to get involved in India. Look at the meaning of involved. Involved means closely connected in relationships and activities of others. So here the author is telling us that I soon realized that it was not going to be difficult to get involved in India. So when he came to India, he soon came to know, he realized that it is not difficult, it is not going to be difficult to get mixed with the people in India. From day one, I was surrounded by friends. From day one, I was surrounded by friends. The friends, my predecessors introduced me to the staff of All India Radio, the members of the press club and my new neighbors. So everywhere the author got good response. It may be from his staff, from his friends and also from his neighbors. Many are still good friends. When he is writing this account, at that time he remembers his days, his olden days, and he says, many are still good friends. It's through them that I have become involved in their country. As a foreigner, as he had come to India, So he remembers his friends, his good friends. He says, he continues, it's through them that I have become involved in their country. Now, when I am asked why I am staying on, I reply, because of my friends. Now, when I am asked why I am staying on, I reply, because of my friends. So, in this paragraph, the author is talking about his friends, his neighbors, and his new experiences when he just came to India. Second paragraph, children, that of course is only part of the truth. That of course is only part of the truth. I am drawn to India by its beauty. I am drawn to India by its beauty. Particularly its natural beauty. Particularly its natural beauty. Recently, I was beside a campfire in the Great Himalayan National Park, watching the snow-covered mountains glitter in the sunset. So, particularly by the natural beauty of India, he had been drawn to India. He continues further. Recently, he was beside a campfire in the Great Himalayan National Park, and he was watching the snow-covered mountains that glitter in the sunset. A week later, I was in Kerala, in the extreme south, sitting in my bathing trunks, looking out over the Arabian Sea as the sun slid like a great red dome below the horizon. So, very next week, a week later, he was in Kerala, in the extreme south, and sitting in his bathing trunks, looking out over the Arabian Sea as the sun slid like a great red dome below the horizon. There are the smells of India too. There are the smells of India too, which evoke such nostalgia. There is the dry scent of early summer in Delhi as the blue jacaranda, the scarlet gulmohars, and other trees come into flower. The sweet smell of the queen of the night and the freshness of the first of pine trees in the foothills of the Himalayas after a long, hot and dusty drive across the plains. So, after he traveled the south and now he reaches Himalayas, the foothills of Himalayas after a long, hot and dusty drive across the plains. There he comes across some trees with new flowers and with some scent. There are the folk songs and the classical music with ragas that start with such austerity and end in ecstasy. There are folk songs, there are the folk songs and the classical music with ragas that start with such austerity and end in ecstasy. Next paragraph, children. There are the great epics and the love poetry. There are the great epics and the love poetry. There is the art of the Pradhan tribe in central India, which occupies the whole of one wall of my flat. There is the color of the festivals, the solemn dignity of the courtyards of the great mosques filled with line after line of worshippers bowing their heads in prayer, and the colorful informality of the pujari performing the evening rites in a Hindu temple. Here he is telling us about the methods of prayer of Hindus as well as Muslims. Next he continues, there is the sound of priests singing the Sikh scriptures, carrying across the water of the sacred tank in which the golden temple stands. Here he is talking about the golden temple, and of course he adds there is the sound of priests singing the Sikh scriptures, carrying across the water of the sacred tank in which the golden temple stands. There are great monuments of India. Now he is talking about monuments of India. There are great monuments of India. I have never known anyone to be disappointed by the Taj Mahal or the forts of Rajasthan. I have never known anyone to be disappointed by the Taj Mahal or the forts of Rajasthan. That means he is trying to say that anyone, whoever visit the forts of India, especially forts of Rajasthan and the Taj Mahal, they will not be disappointed by the beauty of those monuments. There are the fresh cooked parathas for breakfast in the open air dhabas or restaurants along the Grand Trunk Road, and there is the delicacy of a vegetarian thali or tray in Gujarat. Here he is speaking little about the food of India, especially the vegetarian thali of Gujarat and the fresh cooked parathas of Grand Trunk Road, with the dhabas and the restaurants of the Grand Trunk Road. Next, let us continue. Fourth paragraph. All these kept me in India. So, all these means the food of India, the beauty of monuments, the rituals of India, spiritual practices, activities of India, and also the natural beauty of India. So, all these kept me in India, but they are not whole. It would need a poet to describe what India means to me. It would need a poet to describe what India means to me. And I am no poet. I can only say that I am not alone among foreigners in believing there is nowhere like India and no people like Indians. I am perhaps more unusual for a foreigner in that I have been accepted as a part of India. So, as he lived in India for 20 long years, he was like he had become Indian himself and he was involved with Indians in a friendly way, and all his friends helped him to settle down in India in a comfortable way to the author. So this is all for the day, children. It ends the lesson also here. I hope you have understood the video and understood the content of the lesson. Thank you for watching.